All right, here's something that's been on my mind lately. Get a lot of people asking me a question, different tips on like how to stay accountable, or like, how to stay on track with their diet or their program, or just even seeing like people who struggle with not sticking to the exact weights or going off program, this, that, and the other thing. I'm trying to figure out what the issue is, because I'm sitting here just genuinely confused, because I don't understand why you wouldn't want to put that amount of time and effort into yourself and into the project that you've got going on. But I also understand, because I've been in that spot, and I've been kind of like, utterly confused, as like, I really care about this. I really want this. Why is it such a struggle for me to stay on with everything? And so I think it comes down to two pretty big reasons. One, what are you doing it for, right? And what exactly is the goal? Like, being a good powerlifter, or being a good strongman, or whatever. It's very vague. So I think tying your goals, your long-term goals, or just what you want to get out of training and athletics, into something deeper, with your belief system, and with like what you represent and stand for as a person, tying it to something deeper and making it bigger than yourself is one thing that I think would really cause some accountability. At least it does for me. And two, doing enough and setting high enough goals and holding high enough standards for it to be, worth being proud of and worth taking care of. It's kind of like that whole thing of like, if someone buys something for you, you're not gonna take as good a care of it as if you buy it yourself. And I think those two things kind of go hand in hand, right? So the more purpose that the more wholesome type purpose that you put behind this, the more energy and desire you'll have to do things right, and to stick to things and go to the extra mile and all that sort of stuff. And then the more that you do those things, the more you'll look back and be like, wow, I'm really fucking proud of myself for doing this. It doesn't even matter what's on the bar or whatever. You're more so proud of yourself for the enjoyment you're getting out of it, the progress you're making, showing yourself that you're able to stick to all these things. And it's really hard for most people, and it's not hard for you anymore. And at the end of the day, we put so much time and effort into this, and only a handful of us are going to get those gold medals and all the titles that we all want and everything. So it's got to be for something. You got to get something out of it, and most of us won't get those high accomplishments. Most of us won't be the GOAT, things like that. So my biggest challenge and kind of point of this video is to put more into it, both in the actual process, and in the way that you think about yourself and challenge yourself. After these two things start to grow off one another and evolve a little bit and grow, you kind of start to look at things and stop and think, this isn't training anymore. This isn't life and training. There's no balance. This is just living a lifestyle where every decision that's made is something that you can be proud of, and that's something that represents what you stand for inside and outside of training. And you can't really distinguish the gym decisions with the outside decisions, because your level of discipline and your dedication and your ownership to what you want to do is just operating higher in both places. And you kind of start to see that everything goes hand in hand, and you'll start to see the confusion that I'm talking about why would you ever want to live differently? Why would it ever make sense to fall off track with these things? And You know, again, most important thing to remember, just like strength, just like skill development, getting better at this and operating at a higher and higher frequency like this it takes time, and you kind of like count on it to dip sometimes, count on low points, just try to make those low points 1% better than your previous low points. And you know, it's all about the intention and movement forward, and the desire to grow and learn. And yeah, now that's it.